this is going to be one of the best edits ever. If everybody turns up, that's going to turn up. So hold on to your socks because it's going to get wild this week. So
also make sure you have
how many
socks.
dolphins?
I've got the dolphins on standby. We're ready for the barrage of Destiny backlash. Maybe some praise. Maybe. Don't know. We just have to roll those titles and get back to it to talk some Destiny.
Welcome to the Two Titans and a Hunter Destiny 2 podcast, a show dedicated to bringing you the latest intel, the mightiest news, and the boldest opinions from the farthest reaches of the Sol system. Whether you're a bright-eyed new Guardian fresh from the Cosmodrome or a battle-hardened veteran of the Red War, this is your Destiny destination. We'll arm you with tips, tricks, and tower-worthy tools to help you triumph, thrive, and revel in the glory of the fight. So without further ado, let's get on with the show.
Welcome.
Welcome to our guests this week. We have our YouTube contingent, Mr. Noble, here to hold up that end of the whatchamacallits, the fans.
The hunters, obviously.
The love. Everybody loves me.
Mm-hmm. Hunter extraordinaire, Noble.
He's a
And then-
hunter now?
I am not
Yes.
rising to your rubbish, Peroty.
He is.
He is
he's,
a hunter now? Wow.
No, I am
he's
not.
the honorary
Sure.
hunter of the Two Titans and a Hunter, because we were here first, so he has to take on the mantle of a hunter. And that fabulous voice you've just heard there is Donny. He's back to give some opinions and some wise words about Destiny this week.
Yeah, Donny,
Have to be
remember.
wise, okay.
I mean,
What game
at
we're
least
talking
half
about.
wise, quarter wise. Doesn't need to be full wise. We don't ask that much.
As long as there's some wise in it. Okay, got it.
And I mean, as long as you've played some sort of Destiny, or unless you and Noble turn this into the Arc Raiders show.
Well, gooping is kind of the thing at the moment.
Do what in?
Do I want to ask a follow-up question?
I have
Do
no
I
idea
wanna
what
just-
they've just said.
Do I
They
want to
come
just
in here
leave
and they've
that
told
here?
us words that don't make Destiny sense.
How
I
much
didn't
lotion does
tell
that
you
require?
anything. I've come in and taught some Destiny. I'm playing some Destiny. We're talking Destiny. It's dope.
Yeah.
I'm not. Nope. You can't make me.
He's not the one who made a Discord and pulled me into this game and making me play it. No, definitely not.
So, Donny, as you've been away for quite some time, we have not heard your lovely voice. Tell us some Destiny stuff. Your thoughts, your opinions, how you're doing with Renegades or not Renegades if you're not in Renegades.
Well, Renegades I'm not in. It's just I was a bit burned out on the whole game and how it was going and was a bit too repetitive for me. And I was too focused on one game instead of just enjoying what it was and what it can be and just relaxing.
Yeah.
But I'm all caught up on the lore. I'm keeping up with the weekly updates and stuff. And yeah, do miss it. So I'm starting to get the itch back to play the game.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing because I lost it. And that's never a fun thing with a game if you do love the game.
So, were you a consistent player of Destiny for many years and kind of
Beta tester from one.
has this been the first time that you've kind of burnt out on it and thought, I just want some time away and go and play some other games?
Yeah, actually the first time. And I actually talked about it with Noble and I felt really guilty for the fact that I just abandoned the game in a way. But it's something that actually needed to be done. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing because they made some decisions that didn't make sense, especially for the veteran players. And it took away the fun of the game. And yeah, just the community itself wasn't as good as it was before. So it was a hard decision to make. But yeah, I had to step back for a bit.
What do you think that Bungie have done to kind of not ruin the game, but kind of upset the apple cart, I suppose, with how the game was going?
Well, in my opinion, it was always like, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
And we had enough fun in the game that we could just hop in for, let's say, for a strike or a nightfall with friends and just go in, have fun. And once you have done a couple, you could just leave and do something else, or do your weekly 3 nightfalls, do your weekly 3 gambits, crucibles, you name it. It was just, you could take it very seriously, but it was also a casual thing to play. And they took away the whole casual part of the game. And it was only like, oh, you need to do this at this level, at the highest rank, and you need to be this to do that, to get this weapon on that rank. And it was becoming a chore to even try to keep enjoying it at the level that you were playing before. So
Yeah.
it was too much effort for the same quantity of quality that you got from the game.
Do you feel it's quite disjointed now with like portal stuff over here, and then you've still got stuff over here on the director
Yeah,
that is
half of it is in the portal, half of it is in the map, and
yeah,
yeah.
and the stuff that's in the world map doesn't give you any kind of benefit unless you're kind of doing exotic quests or you're finishing up quests from seasons or expansions past, which just give you progress basically towards getting seals and titles and things.
Exactly. Or you need to level up your planetary level these days, and yeah, it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with, especially because they're trying to bring in new players. And it's, even as a veteran, it's hard to explain what's going on in the game and how you should be able to play it in a reasonable fashion so you could rank up in a normal amount of time instead of putting in hundreds of hours. It's hard to explain what was enjoyable and what isn't enjoyable anymore, because they've changed so much and so many times that it's hard to grab on to an activity or a world or a planet or whatever you want to call it, to go there, do this, get that weapon, get those gears so you can level up. It's too much things.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've done so much so quick in kind of changing various different aspects of the game. And it's kind of hard for existing players or veteran players to realize what's kind of gone, because we kind of get so used to playing the game and then things kind of come and go, and then things kind of get taken out of the game. And those kind of things that were keeping us going until it's kind of gone, and you suddenly realize, well, where's that fun gone? I'm not saying that it's all gone, but I think the repetitiveness and the drive to keep coming back. And I was thinking about this morning, is like, I would get in from work after doing a 5 or 6 hour night shift and want to play for like an hour or two before I kind of went to bed, because there was always that drive to get something done. And I was like, I'd rather go to bed now. And I don't know whether that's just because I'm feeling old and tired, or it's just that drive isn't there for the game. And I mean, things like the raids and the dungeons that are just kind of out there, but not in the portal, and the whole focus is on the portal, and then trying to navigate back to the world map, and it's push this button down, push this button up, go to the left, go to the right. Oh, now you can actually get to the world map and whatever map you're on. It's like, it was so much simpler beforehand. I feel anyway.
Yeah, they took it a bit too far, because it was fun, because it was also a casual thing that you could play. And yeah, once they took that away completely and just pressured you into doing it their way, and a bit of a difficult way if you look at it that way, but it's just it's a shame, because I still do love the whole lore, the game, the gunplay and stuff, because there's no other game at this moment that has gunplay like Destiny has.
No. Do you think that they're slowly getting back to where they were pre Edge of Fate, with the stuff that they've done with Renegades? I mean, the stuff in Renegades is fun to do, but I think, and some of the weapons as well are really cool, and some of the armors. But I think where they've lost a lot of people, it's really affected the game. And when you jump on, there's not that many people around or wanting to play, because they're off doing other games and things. But I feel that the game is still, it's got back, was slightly clawed back some of that excitement to play like the Renegade stuff.
Well, yeah, they are making, or they're reverting some changes. That's only for the better of the game. But is it going to be enough to bring back enough players to keep the game alive? Because in my opinion, as I said before, is just what they should do is stop focusing on making all the changes and trying to please everyone, and just try to start over and make or a newer version of Destiny 2, or just legitimately try to make a Destiny 3, because Marathon is coming out and it's getting a lot of buzz. So let's focus on that game being the cash cow instead of Destiny for God knows how many years it has been, and try to make something that actually everybody would enjoy. Just start from scratch, because I know in their defense it's going to be very hard to make a game like Destiny 2 that's been so old with the coding and what they've done for the game so far, to change that into a newer game. It's going to be very hard, if it's even going to be possible to do that. But it's just, I would say the only thing that could save Destiny is Destiny itself and go back to its roots.
Yeah. Noble, Peroty, have you got any thoughts? I know we've talked about it over the last couple of weeks, but have you got any questions that I haven't asked?
I'm curious, like, are you interested in, again, I mean, Bungie is known for their gunplay, and, that's what everyone says. And that's, when you go play something else, you're like, well, this is fun for different reasons, but the gunplay is just not, like, you almost get spoiled being, a Destiny player, a Halo player, people who've enjoyed Bungie's gunplay. Like, do you, and like you mentioned, Marathon's coming out. Is Marathon anything you're interested in at all? Just out of curiosity. I didn't know if it was something you looked at and just said, let's see how it does when it's out, or if is it even a genre that you're even remotely interested in. Like I said, I know you're playing a little bit of Arc Raiders, but I feel like everyone's at least dipping a toe into that because it has a little bit of everything.
I've never played a legitimate extraction shooter up until Arc, and that's just because it's games that will take top max of 40 minutes, and you can go in solo or with friends, have fun, get out and do something else, or do the same thing over again. And it's just something, if it's fun, then Arc is the game that you could go for. It's very well, the way the game plays is nice, but it's a third person shooter, and it's nothing like Destiny, because as I said, there is no other game as Destiny that has gunplay like that.
For that reason, that is making me interested in Marathon, though, is how much I'm enjoying Arc Raiders. So if I could get Arc Raiders
with a Destiny spin,
with a Destiny spin,
to feel like Bungie's gunplay in
gunplay,
in a different kind of world. Well, is that something that's interesting to you? Yeah, or is it just sort of like a wait and see?
Yeah, no, it really is. But that, to me, I see that as a bit of a problem as well, because I'm like, well, wait a minute. you can get me even into PvP if the PvP is good, which means why has Destiny struggled for so long to get me into the PvP?
That's just because they listen to the wrong people with the changes for PvP.
Yeah, which then leads you to the example of the fact that they're listening to the wrong people all the time.
Yep.
Which is
because the legitimate core people who played Destiny were never the people that complained, because they had faith in the fact if something was broken or not working correctly, that Bungie would have fixed it. And we only showed that by, for example, if Crucible was broken, we wouldn't play Crucible. So they saw that the numbers were going down, so they would look into it instead of going to the internet and crying and screaming and you name it, making videos about it. Just we would let them do their job instead of us demanding something, and we have no idea how game making works, because that's not our job. We're just here to play the game and have fun. So I don't get why people think they are entitled into demanding certain stuff for games when they have no idea how the whole game developing business works.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Obviously, as said last week, I don't feel like we can demand anything of them, really. But I do feel like they've spent way too long of a time listening to the wrong people, which is why we've ended up in the state that we're in at the moment of the game's just not what it was. Because they've stopped listening to their core player base, it would seem, and start listening to like the 1% of their player base. Like, well, if you're going to make the game for the 1% of your player base, guess what? You're only going to end up with 1% of your player base left.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that's what happened at the moment, because it's a bad state that they have gotten their game into, unfortunately.
I mean, we had a game that was, 3 pillars of PvE, PvP, and then the mix of Gambit.
PvEVP.
And then they just completely, I mean, how many times have they just not touched PvP for years on end, basically, other than, maybe, oh, we did a little sandbox tweak, or maybe we brought a map back that we took away, but it's just the lack of investment. And then, I mean, Gambit, I don't need to say anything about just the lack of investment there. Like, not like, yeah, we tweaked it, we sort of left it in a decent state, but then we haven't even put it in the portal yet. Haven't even given it the due to at least make it a viable game mode to even play in 2026. It's just you had this game and you said, hey, we're going to have these three pillars of what you're going to be able to do. These three core ritual playlists. You can like Donny said, you can log in every week. You can hop in for 10 or 20 minutes and you go play a couple of things. Get some bounties done. Go try to grind a weapon out, and then just 2/3 of your game you've just said we're just going to ignore. Basically, we're just not going to put any investment into, and then wonder what happened. It's like you can't just not invest in 2/3 of the game in a real way and expect people to stick around. That's that's why everyone as the cross Mr. Destiny himself is like, I need to find something else because there's just nothing going on here, nothing else here. Like
the crazy thing is as well is when you're looking at it, and I know that we keep going back to this game, right? But when you're looking at it, look at the success that Arc Raiders has got going on at the minute. As it stands at the moment, it's got the highest player base of like any game, I think, that is in current circulation. It's got
Counter-Strike's higher.
Possibly, actually.
I just assume Counter-Strike is always higher because there's anyway. Sorry, didn't mean to derail you, but no, like it's
the
doing
amount of
really
people
well.
watching it on stream is records high, and guess what? It's a PvEVP game. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if we had a PvEVP game mode in Destiny that they actually put some time and effort into that could compete with another PvEVP game? Oh no, that's right, we do, don't we? Damn.
Wouldn't it
Gambit, the one that they decided to leave behind, is one of the biggest played games at the moment.
The only middle ground for the game.
Yeah.
And it's too bad there's nothing going on with like the Drifter and the story or anything. There's not a tie-in there that they could have made or anything with Renegades. It's really too bad that he didn't play a role anywhere in that lore or that story.
No. He did nothing. And he hasn't done anything for seasons, obviously. Do we call them seasons still? What do we call them now?
They're seasons.
Seasons.
Yeah, seasons. We went back to seasons.
They're still seasons.
They went officially back to seasons now?
They can call them whatever they want. We're calling them seasons. But yeah, they do call them seasons again because they're like, no one knows what an episode and an act. No one's doing that.
No, we're having episodes about the game. That's the difference.
This one being Star Wars based, is this one not an episode? What is this? Would this be like?
Demon. It should be an episode now, Demon. Come on.
Demon, as the resident
Lucas
Star Wars
has ownership
nerd.
of the word episode. You can't use episode. Lucas owns the word episode.
What episode is this? Like 62, 72? What are we up to now?
26, I think we're up to.
26.
Very close to 72. You were real close.
Demon is going to feel attacked after this show.
But yeah, no, like the biggest successful game out there as it stands at the moment is a PvEVP game. And yeah, it's the one mode that Bungie decided, yeah, we're just going to leave that there. We're not going to bother with that.
Nobody cares about it.
Yeah, who needs that? Who wants that? Nobody wants a PvEVP game. They must be sitting there thinking about Gambit, and surely they've got to be sitting there thinking about Gambit and looking at Arc Raiders and going like, did we drop the ball that badly?
Well, I think it's because they were too focused on Marathon. I really do. And I think with the silence in the TWABs for the last 2 weeks and nothing on social media, apart from data miner leaks about the major update being delayed, it's like, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's guest number 3.
You weren't kidding about this being a Royal Rumble this week.
Good morning, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello and welcome. So let's do a head count. We've got Donny, we've got Noble, we've got Peroty, and we've got myself, and we now have Mr. Gatr joining us.
Peroty, we're outnumbered today.
I'm just taking this opportunity as a moment to sit back and relax and let them do the hard work.
I love it.
People have listened to me moan for the last couple of weeks. Now people can listen to different accents moan. I just figured on the Olympics we're just gonna assemble a worldwide cast of Destiny players at this point.
Well, I'm not. Nope.
Is that the great? Oh, that's the great Noble. I finally get to talk with Noble today. I love this. I love your takes, by the way. I've been listening to you guys every week. I love your takes on.
More people love me.
Yeah,
of course.
His head's going to get bigger. His head's going to get bigger.
Make sure you go over to YouTube and leave us a little comment and let me know. Remember, leave me a comment. Thank you. Yes.
Hopefully, I didn't interrupt the conversation. I apologize. I tried to jump in as quietly
I
as possible.
don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. All I remember is you were being really nice about me. Please continue.
We were going on the episodes because Demon did not accept this season as a Star Wars season in Destiny as an episode.
No.
It's an episode.
George Lucas owns the word episode. We can't use it.
No, it's a season. Yeah, it's season. Stop messing with my head. Seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically saying, the biggest, the biggest game in the world, it seems right now, is Arc Raiders, a PvE/VP game. And did Bungie, drop the ball, or were they just too early to it? They put Gambit out, and everyone said, we're not really into this. And then they were like, but what if we do Gambit with robots? And everyone said, ooh, this is amazing.
But wait a minute,
because we don't have robots in Destiny, do we?
Well, right,
double invasion, guys. Come on, that's the same thing.
Right?
No, that's cheating. Double invasions.
Which again, like continues to bring me hope that they're working on. Cynical me is saying, okay, you're working on this to do something for Marathon. Less cynical me wants to say, okay, you're working on this because you're going to do something in Destiny around invasions, maybe with your invasion game mode that you've let languish and not put in the portal yet. Maybe.
Peroty. Just take Gambit out back and shoot it.
Hope springs eternal.
No shooting of the Gambit.
Springs eternal.
I have to.
No, it's Gambit, not old yellow. Calm yourself down, Gator. You're out right now. We're going to take you out back and shoot you, mate.
I'll back away slowly. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey,
that was the most enjoyable game mode in the game. We're just talking about that it would save the game, and we're not shooting it.
Hi, Demon. Aren't you glad you invited me this morning?
I'm. Well, yeah. I thought, I have not done a hard edit for quite some time. You know what I'd like to do this week? I'd invite as many people on as possible, and then let's just.
I come right in and rock the boat. I love it.
There's more people online that I could invite that would love to do it.
Because now I know why Noble wasn't even going like, I'm not going to tell anyone. I told him that I'm going to crash the show this week. So, yeah.
Well, Noble crashes the show every week. Now that people on YouTube say that they love him, we can't stop him from coming. So he's now here.
That's just scratching his ego.
Yeah.
He needs that itch.
Yeah, so he's now here as our token hunter. So that's it. And
wow.
But does that mean, though, that I now need to 1v1 him in Destiny to be the hunter again?
I'm always nice to you when I come and do
both hunters. You're both very pretty.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's more struck than my ego right there. I'm loving this.
I'm going to be quiet so I can help Night Demon with his edit.
No, it's fine. This is a free-for-all week.
And he'll just be like, there won't be an edit, there will just be a disclaimer at the top of this one going,
whether you like it or not.
I just didn't, so, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We tried to save the community and the community took over.
I needed to get this out at some point this week, so therefore I made Mr. Dolphin have fun.
True. So how are you doing, Mr. Gatr? Word on the grapevine is that you're changing your show.
Yes, we have rebranded a little bit. I mean, we're still guarding down. We're just guarding down roundtable now instead of guarding down casts.
Yeah.
All our website, all that, our Discord, our server, all that is still the same. We really didn't want to alienate ourselves from something we built for 7 years now. So,
yeah.
But, well, I mean, here's the thing. Kingsley and I sat down one night and we just had an honest conversation about the show. And I could kind of tell that, other than our raid groups every Saturday, he really wasn't into Destiny anymore. And we found that a lot of our community, it's a Destiny community, and a lot of people were, you can see it in Discord. People aren't playing Destiny. And I've had, in fact, you gentlemen have both been on my roundtable podcast before, and it's we get such great feedback from those shows. And I said, you know what, I'm going to spill the beans here a little bit. I've always wanted a roundtable podcast, but prior co-host didn't want to change anything, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll just go with the flow here. And now that I feel like this is the best jumping off point to finally create the podcast that I want to create, and that is the roundtable format where we invite Kingsley and I are both the staples of the show. We're here every week, every Thursday night. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and we invite a rotating cast of guest co-hosts, people that have been on our show in the past that we have a great relationship with. They're very big parts of our community. And I've reached out and no one has said no. I'm just flabbergasted, but we're booked out probably through April into May now with what we have ahead. So I would love to invite both of you as well, but I know Night Demon, your schedule is crazy with the time change across the pond, but that invitation is always open. But no, we still talk about Destiny. I mean, I'll be the last I was just online last night doing solo ops on ultimate mode. Believe me, I know the pain you guys are talking about. And if something's going on in Destiny, I'm going to be the first one to talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah. It'll just become one of the topics, one of the 4 topics of the show. But the premise is 4 topics, 4 friends, and we have a Destiny corner where we talk about any rumors or anything going on in Destiny, but it's not really the full Destiny all the time type of podcast anymore. Yeah. But it is we definitely are going to lean on our 7 years of being a Destiny podcast. We're not going to be one of these podcasts that just, go 180 degrees in the different direction,
Yeah. So. Call yourself a Destiny podcast, but don't actually have any Destiny discussion on it. Yeah, I completely understand.
I don't know who you're talking about, Night Demon.
No one. There's no one specific that I was talking about.
Not DCP at all. Not the Destiny.
Oh, you had to throw them out there. Okay, that's what I was thinking too. But
we're punching up. They're big boys and girls. They can take it. They'll be fine.
There's 4 to 6 major streamers in that show, and I think they'll be just fine, guys.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to stay
and don't care what we think.
I had to stay real quiet there to not do my usual joke of what you mean. There's more podcasts than just this one. Don't be silly.
Well, there goes Noble's invite.
Well,
I'm loyal. What can I say? I'm like an old. I am old yellow. Mind taking Gambit out back. You'll be taking me out back to shoot me.
So if Destiny kind of gains a bit more momentum and gets back to how it used to be, with a lot more kind of enthusiasm in the community, and there's a lot more kind of people coming in to play the game, is it something that would then take over your show a bit more again and maybe push the roundtable to the back, or are you just going to stick with a roundtable thing and that's it for now?
I think naturally that would happen, because the show is it's a living, growing thing, because the guest hosts we have coming into our show, we give them the option to talk about whatever they want as long as it's gaming related. Kingsley and I have the option to either drop our topics that we had for the week and go right into Destiny like we normally cover. But it's funny, we've gotten some feedback from our community, and they said, you guys were really never fully a Destiny podcast to begin with. Todd, you talk about your movie reviews every week when you go to the movie theater, and we discuss other things in gaming as well. with our topics of the week. So now we just have 4 topics of the week, and we have right in the middle. I put the Destiny corner, like right in the middle of all 4 topics. And we just had our first live show. We had 2 really great members of our community, part of my Saturday raid team. It was Ronan Red Lion, who is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and Allocate, which is one of our very good female Sherpas on our in our Discord server, and she's helped so many new Guardians find their way. And I figure, what better way to start the show than with 2 people that really have an impact in our community. So, and next, like I said, next week we got 2 more people, and it keeps things lively. But to answer your question,
it opens it up, doesn't it? If you have something else to talk about rather than just Destiny.
It does.
Yeah.
Because Kingsley and I found ourselves like the show before. I talked about my topic of the week was Destiny needs to update their clan system. That's the glue that holds the Destiny game together, and they just kind of left it on the side of the road and kept driving. And I went back and did some research on this, and I found a Reddit post that was 7 years old talking about some of the things that I was wanting to talk about. I'm like, see, people have been wanting this for a long time, and Kingsley always ribs me a little bit and says, "Oh, yeah, I know we talked about that just like 6 months ago, but I guess we're going to talk about it again." And when there's nothing going on in Destiny, I want to make sure I want to be passionate and have something to talk about that affects our gaming hobby. Yeah, and like you said, it leaves it wide open. But we're not leaving Destiny. We both love to play the game. We play it every week. So
yeah, and I just want to say I agree with you about all your takes on improving the clan system and maybe expanding it, maybe not up to 1,000 like you were saying, but maybe like 250 people in the clan. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about, Donny, Noble, what do you think? Because Gatr wants to kind of expand clans and make them a bit more of a focus to get more people in and playing together. And there was one of the suggestions, I think, but it was either you or Kingsley suggested maybe having clan collaborations or
alliances.
That was the word. Yeah.
No, agreed.
Alliances, wars.
We've been asking for expansion of the clans for a long time now, because at a certain point the game was so popular that I had to make a version 2 of the clan that I started, just to have people in the Discord to do same stuff with each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think we want to get back to that, don't we? As Destiny players and Destiny players that still love the game, we want to get back to having more players either coming into or just existing players finding a home to come and play with other players that are still here.
Well, as it stands at the moment, I suppose a lot of clans as well are going to be suffering with the fact that, they might be in the high numbers of their clan. But the problem is, if that clan's now been together for 6 years, you might only have 15 of them playing regularly, if you're that, if it's that high of a number even.
Yeah.
At that point, they're all going to struggle because the others aren't there anymore. Where you could have like clan alliances, so you could have like 2 or 3 clans come together, and then you could get members from 2 or 3 clans together, and they'd be able to do, like raid.
Maybe the same stuff that you can do as clan members to generate, it's just another way of kind of getting more people to play together.
Well, even like when it comes to raid triumphs, like when you have to do a raid with your clanmates. Well, if you could do it instead of with your clanmates, at least with your raid alliance.
Yeah.
No, clan alliance, sorry.
Yeah.
That'd be loads better. It'd open up a lot more for people now, because all clans are suffering. None of them are as busy as they were.
No.
So if you could put them all together now, that'd be so much better.
It's funny you should say that, Noble, because we've had people leave GDC 2 to join GDC 3 just so they can run a clan, so they can get the clan bounty done for the week, and then then they have to come back and request to be back in the other clan, and it's just such extra work. Too many hoops. We're gamers. We don't like hoops. We want things to run smoothly, and as we think of it, it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Clan management has always just been a time sink for no real value. Just, again, the problem we had forever was just, sort of we have a little note on our clan basically saying, hey, when we get full periodically, we'll look and see who hasn't played in the last, 90 days, month, whatever it is, and just say, we're going to kick a couple of people out who haven't played it the longest time. You're always welcome back when you are active again. But yeah, just you're stuck at 100 people. And when we get full, we're just going to cycle people through and say, hey, if you've got friends, you want to come in, you want to play, come join us. But yeah, it's always been a problem. And it's the clan feedback. Like, have they ever made a change to it? Have they ever made a single improvement to it? Like, people have talked about clan housing, and I remember when we had faction wars, just thinking how cool it would be to say, my clan wants to challenge your clan. Let's go pick a Nightfall strike. Let's go see who can get the highest score, the fastest runs, or just anything in the game. Say, I want to throw down a challenge to this clan for the day or the week or the whatever, and say, let's not only work together, but also just have some friendly, friendly challenges. Just something else to do, something else to have a good time on, and just like they've never touched the clan system.
To be fair, even within your own clan, that would have been an awesome thing to do, especially during
Right.
the old faction rallies and whatnot, to see who generated the most XP for your clan within a faction rally and stuff like that.
I've
Fantastic.
done stuff like that in my clan, and I have collaborated with other clans just in a Discord, or joined Discord to do stuff like that. And the problem is, I'm listening to you guys saying the same things that I and other clans have created on our own, just among each other. The thing is, Destiny is a community-based game. And the only thing Bungie isn't doing is actually listening to its real community.
Or giving us tools to build or collab, to build our own community.
Yeah.
And just going, here's a
Just
game.
listen to your community, see what you can do with that. And even that's not working.
Can we give one person the job to say, hey, look at the clan system. You've got a decade of feedback. Let's work on implementing some of it.
My weekly clan fire team, same. We rotate a new person in every week. If someone can't make it, we'll try to bring someone new in and help them out. Usually Desert Perpetual, but we're doing Salvation's Edge this week. Please wish us the best of luck. I'm the only Guardian Downcast 1 clan member in it, and everyone else are Guardian Downcast 2, or like Kingsley, he's still in the Guardian Hub clan. So it's it's so convoluted the way the system works, and we can't get any clan benefits because we're all in different parts of Guardian Downcast.
Right?
It's,
yeah, you can never get the is there even an achievement anymore for doing a full clan as a full raid as a full clan or anything? It's like I remember doing that again, D1, trying to get everyone in the same clan together to do a flawless run, or even just say, hey, we're all in the same clan, we'll all get the clan Ingram for the week or whatever. Just all these things built around being in the same clan together that you just cannot be. It's like Bungie, it would be nice.
Well, the thing is, they've got like these holofoils that we now get with some of these weapons, like we have with Arms Week and we had with Solstice and things like that. It would be really interesting, nothing over the top, but if you were doing kind of a clan war, like you challenge another clan and you win that challenge, maybe you get something cosmetic that you can put on your weapons. We've had ornaments, we've had so many different things that you could get, but it would only be through this kind of clan wars or kind of clan achievements that would incentivize people to actually start running their clans and maybe getting the community to generate more hype about getting people into playing Destiny again, to then, get more people into playing Destiny again, kind of thing.
Yeah. The clans are basically a second friends list. That's essentially all they are, and all they've ever been. Unless unless you're trying to get 6 people to do a raid together or try to get something like that done, but you've never been able to do anything with your clan. They even stopped updating the clan bounty artwork. In season 17 or something, they just stopped giving us new staff art.
The banners.
They're just like, why even bother? We care so little about this. We're just going to not even update them anymore.
As I said, not listening to the community. That's the problem. They're listening to, as I said in the beginning of the show, they're listening to the wrong percentage of the player base. And those are the players that actually only care about themselves and their own gain in the game, or getting the clicks and likes that they need for their streams and you name it that they have, but they are not benefiting, or all those changes are not benefiting the actual core player base of the game. And it's just wrong to see that it's going that way, still going that way, and they're not even trying to acknowledge that they made some mistakes in not listening to the actual community of the game.
Bungie have always said, though, that they don't listen to kind of that 1% streamer community because they know that it is that 1%. They've always said that. But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. I think that Marathon has had a real impact on Destiny, and it's only, you can see from the TWABs that we've had in the last couple of weeks, the kind of nothing TWABs, and then you've got the mainstay kind of Destiny streamers and YouTubers out there are now making kind of videos going, oh, there's nothing in the TWAB, we want some answers, we want this, we want that. And Noble said it last week, that we don't deserve to know everything, but it would be nice to have a bit of kind of openness of what's actually happening. If you are working everybody hands down on Marathon, just tell us. It's not going to hurt more than what's actually going on now, because you've got the YouTubers and things going, oh, Bungie's in its worst place now and they're not communicating with us, blah blah blah. I think we've always asked for open and honest communication. They've always said, oh, we do give open and honest communication, but there's been nothing for the last couple of weeks. And we know that, well, it did kind of get leaked, didn't it, that Marathon was going to be in March, and then that was going to be 3 days out from when we're getting our major update. And they haven't said that it's going to be delayed, but then we've had videos come out.
People are basically reporting. I mean, yeah, the Bungie press is basically saying, yes, Order in Shadow has been delayed. Like that's the. I'd wager if you were to ask anyone who follows Destiny, they would say, yeah, it's been delayed. Has Bungie come out and say it? It's almost beyond the point. If you're not going to tell us anything, that vacuum you leave are going to be taken up by the Paul Tassis and Astacrosses and everyone else in the world who are going to say, listen, the source I have is telling me this. Whether it's right or not, we have no way to know. But that's, public perception is truth.
But we've always said, as Destiny players, we want Marathon to succeed as a game so that it would help Bungie and help Destiny in the end, because if Marathon succeeds, then it will hopefully help generate more interest in Marathon and Destiny at the same time. So as Destiny players, if they came out in a TWAB in the last couple of weeks and said, look, we are 100% focused, the whole team is having to focus 100% to get Marathon out the door and the best game possible, would you as Destiny players be upset about that?
I mean, no, because again, just say, hey, we're going to have, we're going to have a number of TWABs that are going to be light. We're all heads down getting this out the door. Once that happens, hey, we'll be able to return to what's happening. And I think it would be better if we had, that little R word, roadmap. If we just had a clue of what might be coming down. When are we going to see Iron Banner again? I mean, just a clue for any of this. There would be. I mean, we have a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. So we're all going to put in our 2 cents about what we think is happening, because Bungie's just not telling us anything.
Yeah, Iron Banner. I mean, Night Demon knows. Iron Banner is such low-hanging fruit. That is such an easy thing they can throw out every month, like they used to, and inflate the player counts, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, Iron Banner's on. Oh, I didn't get that armor last time because it was only a week long, so I want to get back and get that armor." And it's beautiful armor, by the way. But that's such low-hanging fruit. That's something that leads me back to the point that I think that they're short-staffed right now.
Yeah,
they are definitely. They have shifted all the manpower over to Marathon, because I really think Bungie thinks if Marathon doesn't get off the ground, Sony is already eyeballing them. I think they're really got a lot of pressure on Marathon being that game that can carry Bungie until they can work on another Destiny. But that's just my 2 cents.
It's got to be. I mean, they're making money with one game right now. They've put a ton of resources into that game that has so far gotten them zero return. They've made $0 on Marathon. They need to recoup that investment.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Bungie, Sony, and Destiny in next week's roundtable. I've already got it drawn up.
He's got a plan.
I've believe me, I've been itching to talk about this forever. And this is what I love about the Guardian Down Roundtable is now I have the platform where things that are on my mind, I can just run right into the show. So
fair enough. So that's a good tease for next week, people. Tune into Guardian Down next week.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
It's another podcast.
Where's that?
It's all right, Noble. It's not a real Destiny podcast. It's a pretend Destiny podcast. They do
Well, that's it. The plug just turned into a whole war over here. That's it. They're hyping up.
With the ball on Mars.
They're still our sister podcast. It's fine. We'll let them off.
I can just imagine the headlines if this takes off. Demon taking credit for all the Destiny podcasts.
I love it. I actually recommended you guys in this week's show. I said, listen, we're not going to talk about every little granular thing in Destiny. I said, but there's been a podcast out forever that's been doing that. And if you want to know what the resets are for next week, you want to know what's the weapon in Trials next week, Two Titans and a Hunter. That's the place to go. Those guys cover it so well. So, yeah.
But in defense of other podcasts and stuff, the thing is, Demon never likes to talk about other games unless it's a Fortnite. And if it's a Fortnite, it's about all of his other obsessions because they're collaborating with it. Or it's the fact that it has something to do with Destiny, or he's being forced to play certain games with his kids.
Yeah.
Or Gears of War. He loves a good Gears of War.
You both can see that I play a lot of Gears of War on the Xbox. That's not the problem. It's just the fact that if someone comes on the show and be like I said, gooping is the next best thing at the moment, and he's like, say what, why, and just no.
I've no idea what you're talking about. I honestly don't know what you're talking about. But that sounds like a topic for Gator Show that you need to go on.
Wait a minute. There's other games.
Yes, there is. and apparently you don't need to be allergic, or you need to make sure you're allergic to nuts, because that's the big thing too.
I'm so confused at the moment. Nothing sounds like Destiny at that point. We've all played some Destiny this week, have we?
Yes.
Yes.
I got told that I had to.
Well, you do now. You have to force yourself to play. If you're going to come on a Destiny podcast and talk about Destiny, you have to talk about Destiny with some knowledge about playing Destiny this week. Have you done double invasions, though?
No.
Okay,
that's PvP, and I don't do PvP in Destiny because PvP in Destiny sucks.
Everybody knows my stance on the Lawless Frontier and why I don't play it.
Because it's too Star Wars related? I don't, because I don't listen to your show. Sorry.
No. The reason I'm going to go ahead and enlighten you, Noble. The reason I think Destiny is sorry to hijack your podcast here, Night Demon. The problem with Destiny right now is that there's a lot of solo players because a lot of people aren't playing in their clans, and a lot of people are jumping in when they have a little bit of time. And when I saw the Lawless Frontier preview with Renegades, I got excited. This is faction. This is faction wars again, all over again. I'm loving it.
Yep.
But here's the problem. I'm 550 now, and I play ultimate mode on everything. So when I joined the Lawless Frontier, I'm matched up with 2 other players that are at my power level in ultimate mode. And then they throw these 3 strangers into this matchmaking event. And then they give everyone 5 tokens shared equally. And you'll get 2 people who, the first time I tried this, one person was AFK. Like they were just going to sit in the back and just reap the rewards after the thing ends.
Yeah,
that
I already
happens.
said that last week.
Yeah. Yep. And then you have someone else who's going for it, and dying over and over. And then here I am playing strategically and trying to, play my life, going around doing the objectives, and then I die one time, and I'm in that third person screen watching the last player try to survive. And here's the thing: you're supposed to go back to the station and get your whatever rewards for what you've played so far into that thing. No, I got booted to orbit. Thanks for playing.
I got booted to orbit about 20 minutes ago because I was dead and I wasn't paying enough attention to keep moving.
Yeah, no, it's if someone doesn't get out, you get nothing. You've now wasted that time.
I said, right. That was just the first time I tried it solo. And I was like, that is not a good thing. They need to have your own individual tokens. And if you die then have it where you can revive your teammates, but it doesn't take away from your tokens. They need to revamp that system. And that's the main reason I have not played a lot of Lawless Frontier, because when I love doing it. It's a fun activity, and I played it over and over again through the campaign, but the shared token thing is a major problem for me. And until they fix it, I'm just not going to play it.
Shared tokens is an issue. You should get 5 revives. Instead of having the 15 respawns available, every player should get 5 revives, so that if you end up with somebody who's just a muppet and isn't playing, or he's just being an idiot, you can go like, you've had 2, right? You've been a muppet, shut up, stay dead. And you can use your revive tokens then on another character, another person that's played the game here, presuming that they're any better.
Think how you could grief players by just going in and using up all the revive tokens and then bailing. I mean, that's what I think when I see this playing it, and I just get irritated.
Yeah. They need to explain to people who don't understand you have to shoot all the little pots because there's more revive tokens in there. No one does that. Whenever I'm playing match made, no one's shooting those. No one's collecting them. No one. I don't know if they just don't care that that's where the revives are. If they don't know that's where the revives are. But like Bungie, you can't just assume that people have played other incarnations of these game modes to know how they work. Like, again, you need to give a little tiny bit of explanation. Like even originally when this came out, I wasn't sure if the revive tokens were in there from like they are on the coil. Like I know the pots are there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where. Well, no, right. That's what I'm saying. Like I did not know. I'm like, and I've played the coil. I played loads of it. Like I understand that mechanic, but you have to tell me, hey, the mechanic is here. Hey, this is the same mechanic. Because Bungie, let's be honest here, just because it looks the same doesn't mean it is the same. Like you need
almost
to,
sounds like it needs to be
bit
like
of
a high
explanation.
value target that drops them to make it more obvious. Like you've killed them, it's dropped something. Oh, I'll go and pick that up. Oh, it's a revive token. That would, I think, explain it to people a little bit easier than kind of, oh, you've got to shoot all these pots and may have a chance to get a revive token from it. Because you may shoot all the pots and get nothing from it. But if it was a high value target or a yellow bar that has a chance to drop while you're doing the fighting, I think people would pick up on it a lot more. Like, oh, okay, that's the way that I could get a revive token. Just maybe needs a slight rework, not kind of copy and paste from coil to this.
Really? So you want to make it that PvP mode where you've got to collect things in order to win that nobody ever collects things on?
Well, that's the thing. Like
hasn't got a good track record with that either.
Well, yeah, I'm putting you in TWAB's point. You're sitting there, yeah, I mean, you're sitting there watching the last person alive, hoping they get a revive, and they're slaying out, and they're fighting, and they're living, and they're slaughtering hordes and waves of enemies, and not getting a single revive token from it. It's like, what are they supposed to do? Go stop playing the game mode to go hunt for pots and try to shoot to try to get a revive token to bring their other 2 guardians back? Like it's silly. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like you're battling for your life, and the game just throws hordes of enemies at you. And I mean, I got into one the other day that 3 of us zoned into, and I don't know what happened, if the other 2 idled out or if they were in a team that left or what, but it was just me. And I was just trying to get weapon kills to get a bounty done. So I was like, let me just, I don't care if I complete this. I'm just here to get the kills. And they were not scaling the number of enemies because I was just getting overrun constantly. I was basically just, blocking with the sword to stay alive, and that's all I could do. It's like, how are you supposed to, in that situation, be able to go find revive tokens? Say, hold on, guys, let's all take 5 while I go shoot some pots to find a revive token. Like, yeah, what? Why?
Yeah.
If I kill the 7th or 10th or 12th red bar, yellow bar enemy, can you maybe give me a token for that? Can you maybe allow me to continue? It just, decision making is just puzzling.
The problem is with Peroty, and Kingsley and I talked about this. I got to give Kingsley credit here. Power does not mean skill, but Bungie is treating us that way. They figure if we've grinded and we've got to 550 power, that anything we play less than ultimate mode is you're not going to get as good a gear, or definitely not anything powerful. And just because, and I'm a grinder. I'll jump in, I'll work, I'll just chisel away at what I need to do. And it doesn't mean I'm really good at the game. It just means I know how to grind it out to get the power number go up, right?
Yeah.
So it does not equate to skill. So what does Bungie do there?
Yeah. Power means time. That's all it is. You put enough time into this game to make that number go up.
No, but that's how they've changed it. It wasn't that before. Remember the Forever 29s back in Destiny 1? It was like you had to have done the most powerful things. You had to have proven yourself to get to that power level. And I think it's when they made it like more for the casual player, I think that's where they've opened up the problems that they've now getting in the portal. Like, Gator's saying, it's like, yes, you can have somebody that's 550, but they don't know the game. They've not played the ins and outs of it. They've managed to get to 550, but they've never had that challenge of like being the Forever 29 and having to work to try and get that extra piece of light in the highest difficulty content and understand how everything kind of works. And yeah, it's because they've made it more and more casual as the game has kind of got on, and I think that's partly to do with trying to get more people to play the game rather than kind of it's a hard game to explain and it's for hardcore players, and once you get into it you're fine kind of thing. They've dumbed it down basically too much, I think.
Yeah, I agree. They tried to adapt to their player base, and I always envision whoever is working on Destiny right now looking at a whiteboard, just sitting there in a big tabled corporate little office, and just sitting there staring at it and going, what can we do to bring back players to Destiny? What do we need to do? Well, what if you do this? No, this player base won't like that. Well, that's the problem. Is there's so many different kinds of Destiny players, you can't please them all. But I think they're trying to appeal to they're trying to throw as wide a net as they can right now. But now the problem is they like the token issue. I think normally they would fix that pretty quick, but that just goes to show how shorthanded and how their attention has seemed to be on something else right now.
Yeah, but that still shouldn't be the reason why they are abandoning a game that has fed them, if you can call it that way, this whole time, and that has actually been their child. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not a reason to abandon the full game and development of Destiny, because we all know they will never admit, or they will never tell us because we just play the game. But we all know for a fact that they have taken all the main people who made Destiny good, all the development into the game that was worth coming back to the game. All those people have been transferred over to Marathon to make that game even close or better than Destiny ever was.
I agree.
I just don't like the
Tom Cotton comes to mind.
I personally don't mind if they've taken some of the people away from Destiny and put them onto Marathon. You know what? If they're going to swap and change them between the two and be like, right, Marathon's started, it's in a really... Marathon's not even out. And then when it went out into beta, it took an absolute slating, and they had to redo a lot of that game. So when it comes out and it's all right, and they've got it into a reasonable condition, if they then say, right, all those people that we took away from Destiny, we're now going to put them back on to Destiny, because that's okay. With that sorted for the next... Let's face it, like Peroty always says, when a game comes out, it's already got its first year's worth of content pretty much sorted. So if they release Marathon March 5th, and they say, right, no, it's landed, it's pretty well, it's okay. So mid-April, they say, right, everybody took off Destiny, we're going to put them back on Destiny. Go and sort that out, because it is an absolute show.
Yeah.
Right now. Go do some work over there. And they just swap and change people around like that. I don't care. I don't care if they take them away from Destiny. What they need to do because
rotate.
they need, as it stands at the moment, to start bringing money in again so that they can hire more people, so that they can get to the position they were in 3 years ago.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it doesn't look like they're
maybe
going to
not
be
3
doing
years ago,
that.
but but nobody knows yet, because nobody knows how Marathon's going to land.
No.
So to say that they're not going to do that, realistically, you said yourself, we've got no idea how game development works. So we don't know if that's what they're going to do, because we don't know what they've got planned.
I know, but the
And as
thing
much
is,
as then people say, oh, well, they need to tell us. Well, no, they don't. Because all they're going to do then, if they told us that, how many people then are going to go, oh, nice one. So you just got my money for the 12 months, and then you just ignored us and start kicking off, and then start throwing threats towards community managers again, and start sending stupid threats because they think that they're clever and they can hide behind a keyboard. No, I'm if that's what they've done, that's what they've done. And I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Go for it. Do I deserve to know? No, I don't, because it's not my game. Does the rest of the community deserve to know? No, because you burnt your opportunity to deserve to know anything.
agreed with that.
So-
It's just the fact that Marathon has been delayed how many times? In the meantime, you could have at least, let's say that they put 4 to 6 big project managers into Marathon. They could have at least brought one back to oversee what was going on and going badly or poorly in Destiny, to keep that stable so we could keep playing that. In the meantime, make them some money for their game that they're developing. The business plan wasn't making any sense, because I don't want to know. I do hope they succeed, because that means more money for Bungie, and then Bungie can either fix Destiny or make a new game that will replace Destiny.
I think if we do get a rotation of staff back onto Destiny from Marathon, they need to start looking at Crucible maps and either bringing some of the ones that they took out back into it, porting some of the ones from
team
yeah
that was overseeing Crucible. To be fair,
wasn't that under Joe Blackburn, who's
Yeah.
now left? So
Yeah.
I think that's
The PvP strike team, as you call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, probably working on Marathon, working
Yeah.
on the PvP game. I mean, realistically, most of those people probably working on the PvP game they're working on. Not to say all of them are, but I mean, you're building a PvP game. That's where your PvP talent's going to go.
Yeah. This is why I say I'm all right with them taking the team. I don't care. I personally, I feel like, if that's what they've done it the right way. I would rather they had 2 titles out there personally doing well, or even surviving in the case
Yeah.
of Destiny, then they just said, right, well, we're going to put 2 titles out there, and we're going to have 2 titles that are really going to struggle.
Yeah. But they need to bring back some maps. They need to maybe port some maps from Destiny 1, or even create new maps, because that was the thing that kept the players playing in the lull points in Destiny 1. I know we only had, they did bring Trials of Osiris into it, but it was one of those things. I feel like the lull that we're in at the moment, even though the game is good, it feels like the Dark Below kind of era, that there is game there to play if you want to play it, but because we don't know, I don't think we knew what was coming, did we? After Dark Below, we knew that the House of Wolves was coming at some point, but we didn't know what it would entail. And there was a few things, and Trials of Osiris and the Crucible stuff. But I feel like the game is like that now. It's like we don't know what's coming, and
we don't know if anything's coming.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem. Like we know there's an expansion coming. It would be nice to know that just something is on the horizon. And maps are such an easy thing. The activities are solid. Give us new places to play them.
Yeah.
All the
Night Demon.
existing.
Night Demon, you just need to take Crucible, take it out in the back. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going there. No,
Yeah,
they can
do
get rid
it.
of my.
Do it.
No,
well, they could now, because they're bringing a solo or a game that's dedicated to PvP. Yeah, no, agreed. Bring back Gambit. Okay. I'm
I'm
done.
just kidding.
Yeah, no,
you can't get rid of Crucible.
That's perfect. Take it out back. Shoot it straight in the
Shoot
sea.
it, yeah. Because
Take Crucible out
look at the
back.
state of Crucible
Let
at
us.
the moment. The only
There's your
people
title.
that are
There's your title,
streaming
Night
it-
Demon.
Yeah.
The only people who are streaming it are the people who are crying the most about the state of Destiny. So I'm like, just fix 2 problems with just go. Yeah, no, agreed.
No, Don, yeah. Take Crucible out back. Let us play in the backyard. Let us play outside. Give us a map outside. And Emperor's Respite. Let us play outside again.
No.
Yeah, just there's
Take Ayabana with it as well.
We fixed the problem. That's it now.
All the maps you took out to rework and to fix, just start with that. I mean, if that's less work than new maps, start with that stuff. Like it's just
shooting the map in the face instead of the actual game mode. Yeah. Everyone would find easy.
Yeah, I mean, like what happened to all these? We were gonna have hardware like all these different Crucible modes where it's like it's the same thing but it's different modifiers. It's like I thought they were going to maybe expand more with that. Like you bring us the maps back you took away, give us more places to play these things, give us twists on the modes we have. Like you don't have to build a whole new game mode. Give us a hardware modifier. Give us mayhem modifiers and things like, it doesn't matter if they're balanced or sane, where's my mayhem rift? I mean, give me something absurd, give me something silly and stupid. Just like mix these things together and say, let's throw these out there. Let's find some ingredients that community likes. Oh, they really like these 2 modifiers together. Great. Let's do that. Like, I feel like they did all that and then they built the portal and then all of a sudden it's like, where did any of that go? It's like we built it and then just forgot that we were building the portal to add it to.
Mayhem and Banner.
Right. Like, why are we? You've got all these ingredients you built. Smash them together. Yeah, like you have all these ingredients. Why are we not smashing them together and seeing what the people enjoy?
What do you guys think
that we can't play?
What do you guys think? No. What do you guys think? I mean, I know we've now moved into this era of events for Destiny or Destiny 2, and we've got our staples. We've got like the Fest of the Lost, we've got Solstice, we've got the Dawning, and then we've got Guardian Games that come up every quarter. And then we have things like the Arms Week, and we have the one with the robots versus the tanks. That
heavy
metal.
Did I say Iron Banner? No, an Iron Banner.
No, because we don't have Iron Banner.
No, yeah. But what about bringing back other game modes that we had or other events that we had in Destiny? The Queen's Wrath. No, the Queen's Wrath.
Just bring that back and let us have fun.
The Queen's Wrath. What is? Bring Petra along every now and then. Make her visit the tower. We'll have the Queen's Wrath maybe once a year, as a surprise, and reprise some weapons from something, or just give them a new skin and say that these are the Queen's weapons. The Revelry. Why can't we have the Revelry back? That was a fantastic kind of thing once a year. What about Crimson Days? Next week would have been absolutely perfect. There is nothing going on in the rotation. A Crimson Days would have been amazing. And we had Crimson Days. That was it the first 2-3 years of Destiny 2?
God forbid the community plays together, though.
I mean, what do you guys think?
I think the events is a win for Bungie. That's something that brings new weapons, new looks, new armor. I mean, it's going to keep their team busy making stuff, but that's a win for them. That's the one thing I look forward to when the solo ops was getting so boring because I'm playing the same map over and over again. That new layout, that new event tab that they have, it's a total win. Not to mention you can work on prior titles that go toward that event or whatever. And the Solstice, I mean, that was such a great. I mean, I grinded it every day. I wanted to get different drops of the weapons. I wanted to see what I could get. And even, they even had it where you can even get just, any kind of materials you're short on us. So you could farm any way you wanted to. You could play it however way you wanted to. The event tab is a win in my opinion, and they've just not taken advantage of it.
Yeah. We need more events. If they're going to have like downtimes like this, for people that don't want to kind of just like I've been for the last couple of weeks, is going back and playing things I've missed. Like there's been ghost quests that I've missed from the Pale Heart that I'm now kind of going back and doing, and it's taken me to other locations on the world map to kind of go and do, like take me through a strike or an old Witch Queen mission to go and find a hidden ghost to then come back and then play some more of the Pale Heart. So I'm doing kind of the old things that I've kind of left that I didn't need to do sort of at the time. But if you're not doing things to kind of that, or you're not playing the new Renegade stuff, or you've outgrown the Renegade stuff, or you don't want to play the Renegade stuff because of all the issues, then if you have the events come up every couple of weeks, then it just gives you that people are logging in to play, even if it is just the odd new weapon with many different roles, or skins for existing weapons, new holofoils for ones that you just something.
Well, the armor actually is a win as well. And the fact that there is a little bit of FOMO in Destiny now, because who would like to go back and get the lustrous armor from the summer event? Then they weren't there to get it. Now they no one is coming back around.
Still running my tier 2 lustrous armor on this build I'm running right now because I don't have any better stuff. I would love to, but but notice one thing none of us have said. None of us have said, "Oh, we need more weapons. We need more loot. We need more." We're looking for activities, Bungie. We don't need to have 7,000 new guns. I mean, yes, we need an ongoing source of new weapons. I'm not saying don't give us new weapons to chase, but we want reasons to log in. And that's what the events are. Reasons to wake up and get excited to log into this game and go do something with our friends. That's what we're looking for. It's not, I need 17 new armor sets. I need 16 new weapons to grind for. Yes, there needs to be some of that, but I need a reason to wake up and want to play Destiny. I need something to look forward to and get excited about. Hey, in 3 weeks, this event's coming back, and it's going to be here for more than a week, preferably. If it's something major, let me go do this. I mean, how many of us would have given a try at the doing the medieval dungeon thing if it was up for more than a week, because that week wasn't a good week, or you need a couple of weekends. You just the limited time it was up for wasn't a good time for you to go play it, but you would have loved to do it another time. And yes, I know you could do it some other time, but there was an emblem. There was some
reward
reason
for it now.
Yeah, there was some reason to go do it. There was some carrot on the end of that stick.
You get the movie of the week emblem. That's crazy.
Bungie, I will tell you, Noble said it last week. He logs in each and every week to check out what is in the Eververse store. Cosmetic stuff. I know it's just Bright Dust, but he will log in every single week to find out if he's already got that or if he needs to buy it, kind of thing. If you're giving cosmetics away in events rather than kind of just throwing more and more weapons at us, people will still want to come and play. Give emotes, give skins, give whatever you want, but just something to entice people to come back. People will check out what Zer's got. It's even if they're not playing the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the number of people that watch Zer videos and comment every week. I haven't played Destiny in XYZ months, but I always look at a Zer video. I always want to know what Zer has. Just to keep I think even just to keep that little bit of connection with the game, that little bit of curiosity. Like there's still the curiosity and the desire there, even if the game in its current state is not for you, or if you're just like, I've done it all. I need more. I need Bungie to make good on all these promises they've made me.
Definitely.
The only thing I really want them to bring back is the old public event from Mars, Escalation Protocol. Why we don't have more events like Escalation Protocol is beyond me.
Yeah, because we don't have a world anymore. We took away the solar system, and now it's a series of menus that we then added planets to in the thing that.
Why we've done that, I don't know. Because all the most popular events that they've had have all been like that. I mean, this Escalation Protocol was always really popular. Then there was the one on
Seraph Towers that they made a whole community event out of.
Yeah, then there was the one that you could go and get your exotics from on not Europa. Oh my God, what do you call it?
Welcome to Podcast Brain.
I know, you do it to me every week. The Vex Incursion.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the Vex Incursion.
Actually, you forgot Vex Incursion even existed, didn't you? Yeah. Those things are always really popular, and yet why are we not getting more of them? They're fantastic. You don't even have to put an exotic in there. You don't have to give us an exotic for it to be worthwhile. You know what I mean? Give us a specific armor set with really low drop rates, and we'll sit there for hours if not days, if not weeks, trying to get it. Well, how many people were in the hundreds of how many people were in the hundreds of completions for Escalation Protocol trying to get the shotgun or the SMG or the sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have planets anymore. We have Kepler that isn't a real location, and then we have the Lawless Frontier, which again isn't really a public location. You can go to the bar with your friends, but there's no Lawless Frontier to then like leave the outpost and go run around the planet and do public events and bounties.
They gave us Escalation Protocol with Mars, so why didn't we get an Escalation Protocol type thing with Kepler? Why did they just leave Kepler to be dead in the water, just useless and boring and there?
But they gave you a little ball. You could be a ball.
I don't want to be a ball. I want a fun thing to go and collect things in and do things in and shoot things in, and I don't want to be a ball. Stop making me be a ball.
Yeah,
I actually really like being the ball, to be honest. I really like the ball, to be honest, actually. But I like the movement of it. But I like movement. I like anything that makes me move weird and makes me move fast in this game. And the movement speed of that little ball is absolutely fantastic. So I actually really enjoyed the little ball. But I know it was a major flop with a lot of people, like yourself, Peroty. You absolutely hate it. But I did enjoy being the little ball.
Well, I don't think it was hate. I think it was just so repetitive that you just kept going and going and going, and you're like not having to use some of those other abilities a lot more than the ball. It was like, use the ball, right, and maybe use the other two for a little bit. Now use the ball again. It's like, how about not today?
I'm still not sure what the big flower things you could shoot were.
Oh, that's for the exotic.
Okay. I was like, I remember doing it like maybe once, and I was like, never really interacted with those at all. But yeah, like we don't have a public space in Renegades. This whole world about playing with your friends and fighting against the evil empire.
There's no actual world.
Where am I meant to go and do that? What world am I meant to go land on to go see the other people out doing the same things I am? Yeah, running the public events. Like we've lost the planet. They've been eaten. They've been taken and by the Nine, and just sorry, you get to go to this outpost and you get to go to Kepler, but you won't see other people there. It's just you and a bunch of
so barren, isn't it? It's so barren.
Right. Like it's just there's nothing there. It's like, why do I want to go to this big empty planet? We used to be a society, you used to have other people nearby.
These multiple societies. Yeah, I still don't understand, and I still wish, instead of just getting rid of all the factions, I wish they'd just replaced her when she went a bit, do lally tap. And I wish they'd just bring faction rallies back. Faction rallies were so much fun.
She did actually die in the story.
Yeah, I know she did. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they didn't just replace her.
I mean, they didn't even. Yeah, I mean, they could just bring her back as another robot because they still use that voice actress.
I fixed it.
Have you? Go on.
Bungie, bring back Destiny 1, Destiny 2, mush them together, create Destiny Online, like I talked about 5 years ago. Say, everybody have fun. Everything's available to you now. Everything that we have ever played the game. Thank you for playing our game, by the way. We're gonna be a little vacant for a while, and we're gonna come out with the next iteration of Destiny.
But do you not feel like we've already got that? I mean,
No.
we've got a load of the Destiny 1 raids in Destiny 2.
Well,
we are looking
at
Destiny the Greatest Hits right now.
Yeah, but I want to go back to Venus, Noble.
Yeah, but that's not a raid.
Yeah, but I want to go back to Venus. I want to go back to Titan. I want to look at the monster in the acid ocean or whatever it is.
Yeah, I get that, but you just not feel a little bit like we've got a lot of that. Like I say, it's kind of the Destiny the Greatest Hits with the amount of Destiny 1 stuff that we've got in the game.
Oh, I knew they were going to bring back Destiny 1 weapons well before they did, but they just need to it's going to take some development time, no doubt. But if they're going to be on hiatus for a while making Destiny 3 or Destiny whatever it ends up being, just pull the Band-Aid off. Just get it done. You'll keep your player base happy. They'll be having little dreams in their heads at night, wondering what's going to be in the Destiny 3. Can't wait. But meanwhile, I'm going to reminisce and go back and play on Venus and shoot those Minotaurs again up on that high hill again that I miss. That kind of stuff.
You know what I miss is like little non-subsequent. I mean, obviously they stopped doing anything because we no longer needed them. But I used to miss it when we used to have the minor public events in Destiny 1 where you used to be sat in your location waiting for a public event. And then you'd get the little messages come up at the left-hand side to tell you that the wolves were prowling. See, now I used to like that, and you could go off and you could just go. I mean, I got beaten up by them quite a few times when they first turned up. You know what I mean? But they were so much fun.
Just let us enjoy the worlds of Destiny again. Let us sit there and look up in the sky on Venus and see the acid rain falling on our helmet visor. That's what I want to go back to.
Yeah, it just boggles my mind that we've gone from director to portal, and now we're putting planets back in the portal director style. Like we've come full circle already, and yet still haven't added things to the portal that should be there. I mean, like I know obviously they spent so much time. We've talked about it, so much time up front on the progression and the power climb and all these things, and all of their great plans for having us reset with the major expansions and then having a climb again that all got thrown out the window. This is sort of the natural consequence of that. People hate weekly story beats. Well, here they all are at once. Well, now there's nothing to do. Well, yeah, because you did them all at once. You open all your Christmas presents day one. You ate your entire advent calendar worth of chocolate, and now you have no chocolate for the rest of the month. That's kind of on you. You ate it all already.
You left the chain off the kitchen cupboard.
Exactly. Yep. The cupboard is now bare. I'm sorry that all the treats are gone. Maybe don't eat all the treats in one day next time. It's just like it's like they had a plan and they had a scheme and a timeline and everything. And I mean, Marathon notwithstanding, that whole wrench being thrown into things and that launch not happening when it was supposed to. But just, they had a plan and a schedule for how this was all going to roll out that then just got thrown out the window immediately. And I just wonder sometimes if things had launched better and gone sort of how they had planned better, if we would be seeing more things by now, if they weren't having to scramble for Marathon and weren't having to scramble to do all the patching and the fixing of the game when it came out of the gate and everyone said, "Oh, we don't like the grind. We can't be 550 immediately." Tough. Just wait. You'll get there eventually, and then you'll be there, and then you'll be moaning that you're bored at 550. Why are you running so fast to make yourself bored? Stop optimizing, the fun out of this for yourself.
Bring back the hobby in the hobby game.
Yeah. It's just not that serious. Play the game to have a good time, not because you want to be esoteric and, the master of all things and maximize the fun out of this for yourself. I'm not saying
problem is
have fun. The man has great fun.
I think half the people that shout the loudest, though, like they're not even a master of half the things that they're shouting about.
Yeah.
But Noble, wait a minute. I didn't get my fully decked out God roll on my first dungeon run. This game sucks, man. I should have gotten my God roll right as I did the raid. I mean, I did the dungeon. I did the Equilibrium dungeon. Why don't I have my maxed out God rolled pulse rifle yet?
Well, you see, that's because no one cares. It's I hate streamers.
I was expecting a much better answer than that. No, I'm sorry.
No, I can't even put effort into them because they just annoy me.
Yeah, no, just the I want it now. Just the wonkification of Destiny of I want this now. I want this immediately. The moment the content drops, why aren't I the top and the best and the most? It's like because part of the fun is getting there. Part of the fun is the journey.
No. They paid for the game. They leveled up to the maximum level you can be. They found a group to do stuff with, so they're entitled to their loot at the maximum amount.
Yep. Which and again, this is not me saying Destiny, we need to pay more for this game, but it is criminal the amount of hours I get out of Bungie for the $100 I pay for every expansion. It is criminal the thousands of hours I put into this game for as little as I pay for it.
Is it criminal or is it addiction?
It can be both.
It's yeah. I mean, I've barely played the last year, you know what I mean? And yeah, I could say, hand on heart, that it's probably still less than a penny an hour that I've got logged into this game across 2 platforms, because obviously I've got PC and PlayStation.
What were you saying about addiction?
As I approach, like 20,000 hours logged in Destiny, it's just, yeah.
My wife says it's an addiction, so we go with what she says.
It's a love, and you should tell her that. It's just a love, and I just love it more than you, so shush.
We found the first edit of the episode.
To be honest, my eldest daughter teases my wife about that all the time. She goes, "Mum, it's Destiny, then I think it's the dog, and then it's you, and then it's us."
She's not wrong. At least she knows
no, honey, it's you, then the dog.
But Destiny hasn't moved location.
No, we don't say anything about Destiny. We just go, "No, it's you, and then the dog." Don't mention the Destiny bits above that. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, guys. If you want to stick around for 5 seconds of TWAB this week, you are more than welcome. But if you want to escape now, that's not Noble. Noble, you're here. ToddtheGatr and Donny, as your our guests. You can escape now if you like. Mr. Gator, if you'd like to reiterate what's already happened with your podcast and where people can find you.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for the invite this morning. I love talking to you guys. My podcast is Guarding Down Roundtable. It is 4 friends, 4 topics with a little bit of Destiny. And we are still working out exactly how our format's going to be as far as the segments, but we're a segmented show. So you can fast forward if you don't want to hear about how we did what we played this week or whatever, but that we actually put that toward the end now. But it is our Discord's real simple. It's discord.gg/guardingdowncast. If you want to know anything about our podcast, it's guardingdowncast.com. Thank you, gentlemen. I love talking with you guys this morning.
Well, thank you for dropping in.
Pleasure as always.
And I'll be in touch for maybe future roundtables, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
We'll try.
Thank you, guys.
Fun.
That's okay.
Take care, guys.
Yep. Later, buddy.
This is your weekly rundown for Destiny 2 Renegades, week 11 starting on February 10th. This week we'll again see no additional events take place this week, giving you another week to be able to complete anything outstanding before the next event goes live. Over in the Portal Crucible Ops this week will be competitive, control, and another Crucible playlist mode, with Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Other non-featured modes of 3v3 survival and 6v6 hardware supremacy can be found over on the Crucible Director. In the solo ops we have Skywatch, the Salt Mines, the Conflux, Creation, K1 Logistics, and Caldera, with the new solo ops Typhoon Imperator. In the fireteam ops we have one of the rotating reclaim missions, with this week being Conductor's Keep, Heist Battlegrounds Moon, and Defiant Battlegrounds EDZ, with the Sunless Cell Strike. Strikes added in week 2 of Renegades with the Birthplace of the Vile, Exodus Crash, Warden of Nothing, and the Arms Dealer. Also still in the fireteam ops are the Battlegrounds Behemoth, Core, Oracle, Foothold, Delve and Conduit, Expedition Nessus, the Strikes of Liminality, Hypernet Current, Insight Terminus, Fallen Saber, the Devil's Lair, Proving Grounds, the Inverted Spire, and the Glassway, Empire Hunts the Warrior, Technocrat and Dark Priestess, and Savathun Spire Offensive. In the arena ops are Season of Plunders, Ketch Crash, Season of Loss, Astral Alignment, and Season of the Haunted's Nightmare Containment. In the Pinnacle ops we have the 3 dungeon layers, Pit of Heresy Beneath the Necropolis, Duality Nightmare of Goron, and Warlord's Ruin Locus of the Wailing Grief, with Onslaught Midtown, Episode of Revenant's Contest of Elders, and the Coil. New to the Pinnacle ops we have the exotic mission Vox Obscura, with the Dead Messenger exotic Waveframe Grenade Launcher as the main reward, and Episode Heresy's Dear Allies mission, for the Barradide exotic submachine gun. Returning exotic missions include Heliostat, with Wolfsbane exotic axe as the main reward, Presage, with the Dead Man's Tale exotic scout rifle being the main reward, Node Override Avalon, with their Excalibur exotic glaive being the main reward, Starcrossed, with the Witchkeeper exotic bow being the main reward. The Whisper, with the Whisper of the Worm exotic sniper being the main reward. Kel's Fall, with the Slayer's Fang exotic shotgun being the main reward. And Encore, with the Choir of One auto rifle being the main reward. Also in the portal is the new Vanguard Alerts tab, found in the Seasonal Hub, which consists of weekly challenges in Vanguard, Arena, Crucible, and Grandmaster Alerts. Over on the Lawless Frontier, the contested territory will start this week's rotation with Mars. And the Fire and Ice exotic mission will be Arc Threat. On Kepler, featured mission 1 this week will be the Invitation, and featured mission 2 will be Gouge. For our Legacy rotation, the Dreaming City this week is at a weak curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in the Strand and has the Broken Courier mission for the next week. The Blind One features Scorn enemies and the Plagues, Sicarus and Veracus. The Ascendant challenge will be the Agonon's Abyss over in the Baildred Wishes Lost sector. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is Beyond. The Trove Guardian is located in Archer's Line, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare of Zoltal in Sorrow's Harbour. Nightmare hunts Tanix, Isolation, Zydron, Servitude, and Ghoul, Rage. The Altars of Sorrow will start this week's rotation with the Nightmare of Tanix and the Apostate Sniper. On Europa this week, Coradis the Dark Priestess will be the Empire Hunt, Eventide Runes will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Survival. Days of Eternity Expert difficulty rounds are Kabul, Taken, and Crota. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Lightkin armor set will be available in Days of Eternity with Weapon Set 3. Chroma Rush, Ignition Code, Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sonja's Tale, Shattered Cipher, Main Ingredient, Long Shadow, Last Dance, Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, and Last Perdition. The Witch Queen Weekly Story mission is The Cunning, Altar of Reflection's Choice, and Altar of Reflection's Insight. The Wellspring activity will start the week on Defense, with the Arc Grenade launcher Tarnation and Vazul Solar Scorn Chieftain as the boss. The Lightfall Weekly mission is Desperate Measures, the Partition mission will be Backdoor, and the Vex Incursion will be Sepher Concourse. In the Pale Heart is the Exotic Class Item mission Dual Destiny, and the 12 Guardian Match-Made Excision mission, with a Grandmaster version guaranteeing you the Ergosum Catalyst and an Ascendant Shard. The Lost Sector rotation for this week will start with Veil's Labyrinth on the Cosmodrome, Aphelian's Rest on the Dreaming City, Skydock 4 on the EDZ, Concealed Void on Europa, K1 Logistics on the Moon, Thrillodrome on Neptune, the Conflux on Nessus, Metamorphosis on the Throne World, and the Broken Deep in the Pale Heart. All Legacy raids and challenges are now available all the time, and at present there are also no featured raids or dungeons each week, but you can farm past raids and dungeons for their respective exotic weapons, with no weekly lockouts. Over on Kepler we have the Desert Perpetual Raid, and Desert Perpetual Epic Raid, with both versions dropping tier +3 loot, with the chance for the exotic rocket launcher Whirling Ovation to drop. Over on Venus, the new dungeon Equilibrium has the chance for the exotic combat bow Heirloom and the Dark Matter Crystal for the Praxis Blade to drop. The exotic mission rotator will be Node Override Avalon, with Excalibur exotic glaive being the main reward, and the Season of the Defiance weapon set. The exotic missions, the Whisper and 0 Hour, will also be available in the Legends tab. And that's it for the 11th week of Renegades.
We don't have an oven anymore because Destiny update 9.5.5.1 came out, which fixed the issue with the specific Double Cross Invader voiceover was not playing at the activity start. They fixed an issue where the Crest Spawn voiceover was not playing for the correct Invader, and an issue where the enemies in Mars Sabotage could spawn stuck behind the spawn door, blocking the encounter progress. In the portal, we fixed the issue where the Defiant Battleground EDZ, where players were killed when running past the Examida Taken Servitor boss after it had been defeated. So he didn't care for that, so don't run by him anymore. But now you should be able to because they fixed it allegedly. In raids and dungeons, the Desert Perpetual Epic, where the puzzle cubes while completing the Atlas and Almanac quest would sometimes spawn inside the environment. Now they should spawn outside the environment, where you can presumably get to them to do whatever you need to do with those cubes. The Praxis Blade, they fixed an issue where application of the Masterwork wouldn't result in the application of a gold Masterwork border. And everyone knows if there's no gold border, but the weapon doesn't work, you have to throw it away.
Oh.
They fixed an issue also where the equipping the overclocked heatsink on the Compact Defender Legendary Sidearm was showing a decrease in damage stats. Now it should show the presumably increase in damage stats. And oh, thank God. The issue where the Resident Furry Cloak's spine was detached from the player's model, that's been fixed. And your Trials glows will now be reflected on a certain Trials weapon using their Tier 5 ornaments. And then finally, that Donny oven that was stuck in players' inventories, that's gone now. They've gotten those ovens away.
No, they haven't.
And
I have pictures I could show you.
They'd say, they fixed it generally, but apparently not for you. They also have allegedly fixed an issue where the Masterwork new weapon Guardian rank objective would not progress when upgrading blasters with specific Masterwork options or crossbows with persistence. So So everyone's oven but Night Demons has been fixed. And,
I think
yeah.
it depends on what character you log in on, because I've only played on Titan this week. So that my Titan one is missing from my inventory, but I can see in Dim at the moment, I've still got my Hunter and my Warlock one. So if I don't play those for the next year, I'm ahead of everybody else.
I could hang on to those. And then a year from now, he's going to say, why can't I bake any cookies on my Warlock or Hunter? Why does it say I've got the 2023 version of the oven versus the one I need?
Oh, dear. And we have a really light TWAB this week as well, of stuff that's been and gone, basically. So
Yeah, tell us all the things we missed for the week of February 2nd, 2026.
Or February 5th.
Yeah, that. I'm good at numbers and words.
How can you get that wrong? It's your way round.
Oh, because I'm bad at words and numbers. It's more the literacy than the understanding of how dates work.
We do have something new, sort of. There's going to be a Tharsis Threads fashion show. So it's time to show off your Renegades fashion. In your travels across the shifting sands of Mars, the frigid snows of Europa, and the wild marshes of Venus, you have no doubt collected an impressive wardrobe. Well, or you've bought it from Eververse, basically. They want you to submit your inspirations from the Destiny 2 Renegades, dress up and customize your Guardian as a member of the Praxic Order, a Dredgen, or a member of the Syndicate factions, or something else related to Renegades. Characters or scenery creations from non-Bungie media will not qualify. The Noble, don't dress up in Star Trek stuff, because it won't be qualified.
Boo. So
he's being discriminated now.
Yeah. You can capture a minimum of 2 screenshots of your fashion submission. At least one screenshot must show your appearance customization screen as seen above. So that's it's in the TWAB. I'll link the TWAB. And what was the other one? You've got to do post the screenshots of your fashion to Blue Sky, Twitter/X. People still call it Twitter. It makes me laugh. Instagram or Reddit using the hashtag Tharsis Threads, all one word. And include the hashtag.
Everything app. It's always Twitter. Always will be.
Including the hashtag is not mandatory, but helps us find your submissions. Share your Bungie ID with the numbers in your submission post. Include no more than 3 Bungie IDs per submission. Bungie IDs added after the initial submission are not eligible to receive a reward. So, yeah, don't try and get your friends involved and then don't submit their Bungie IDs and then try and do it afterwards, because you're not allowed to do that. No more than 3 submissions per player. So Noble, again, don't try and just outdo everybody with cosplays of Star Trek. And they'll be posting their Tharsis Threads pics by February 19th, and the reward them with the Golden Age emblem. Very gold. It looks Great Gatsby kind of feeling to me. Yeah, that
real Gilded Age, like 1950s. Again, sort of Fallout-y, like space agey kind of.
Yeah,
not like Destiny space agey, more like in the 50s what they thought space would be. Anyway, it's another fashion show for us to completely forget about, and then in a week or two go, oh hey, remember that fashion show they did that we all forgot about? Yep.
Yeah, but they've got some few housekeeping rules on this. Reward recipients are determined on a case-by-case basis by the community team. Emblems are distributed manually and should be expected to arrive within 30 days of the fashion show ending on February 19th. The same submission may be shared across multiple platforms, social media platforms, if the submission content and Bungie IDs are identical between the platform posts. Any use of generated AI is not allowed and will result in automatic disqualification. And if they determine that generative AI was used in any winning submission, any reward granted will be revoked. Bungie account must be in good standing to receive a reward. If we determine your account has broken the code of conduct in any way, your reward may be revoked and we may take further action against your account. There you go. That's what you get. You can get some good stuff if you're good. And if you're bad, you don't get nothing. Congratulations to the Dark Age Hunt Challengers. If you completed the dungeon run last week, then you get the emblem. And as mentioned in the January 22nd tweet, all players who uploaded a full or partial playthrough of the successful #Dark Age Hunt completion will also get the current Movie of the Week emblem, Artificing Signal, and for us to grant this emblem, we need to collect and validate your information via this form. So you've got to fill in a form if you hadn't already submitted it. So there you go. They'll be validating all form submissions to ensure that you have previously cleared the Dark Age Hunt Community Challenge between the January 27th through to February 3rd before we award the account with the Artificing Signal emblem. And this form will close in 1 week on Friday, February 13th. You'll get both those emblems, and that's that. And as we discussed earlier, nobody's really done any invasions or double invasions this week. I've been doing other stuff. I may get round to it before it closes on Tuesday. Anybody else thinking about doing some invasions?
No.
I need to, because I want to at least maybe try to get the red lightsaber thing. I know you can, again, this is stupid man tries to play video games. I know you can like wager more than one death mark when you go in.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I
Honestly, I got on this morning and I was thinking I want to try to figure this out, and I can't find any button to press to say I'd like to use more than one of these, please.
Is it not the tab? You have to tab across to the left to see all your currencies. Is it not part of that? You can then wager another.
Maybe.
I think I've not done it, but I think
again,
that
I could not tell you
to
because the game
Yeah.
refuses. Okay, yes, it is there. So yeah, what a stupid place to put. I did not even think. Yes, if you tab over to the contracts and then to your wallet, and you hover over your death mark, there is a wager button there. could we really not have put this? I don't know. In the invasion anywhere, Bungie. Like I was like, I should go look this up.
They put it in the tab with all your monies and your scraps.
The currencies that I've never looked at because there's never been a reason to. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But no, I've at some point I was like, I should probably do some invasions, at least just to spend these dumb things and see if I can get the red crystal to then have and then put the saber in my vault whenever the new expansion comes out and never think about it again. But then I'll have it and be special.
We've got new updates to the new player guide, the Director World Screen. They've added another chapter to the new player guide. And if you're new and want to check it out, it's in the TWAB this week. And the TWAB is linked in our show notes. Game to Give has given up or finished, whichever version you want to kind of go with. They got close to 2 million, 1,931,694. So, yeah. Thank you to everybody that helped. And they've got a picture of people smiling and being really happy in the Bungie Foundation.
And now we have an update to our update. They were going to do some server testing on Thursday. That didn't go great because they broke the game for a couple of hours and then unbroke the game. So then they kicked the server testing to Friday, which has now also happened. So they did that whole server testing thing about doing some backend improvements. So that's over now. So that's already happened. Mm-hmm. And they have a couple other recent known issues. Players purchasing the Light and Dark Saga Dungeon Key Pack with full quest or consumable inventories may not receive access to the dungeons. Players affected by these issues should reach out to us via the Missing Purchases contact form while we work to resolve the underlying issue. So if you bought a thing and didn't get it, use this form and reach out to them and say, hey, I bought the thing and didn't get it. The Onslaught Pinnacle Ops are not spawning the portal to leave the first boss area, blocking progress through the activities. So go play Onslaught. Just kidding, you can't make it past the first boss. You're stuck there. The Inverted Spider Nightfall, the non-portal variant, is not providing rewards at the end of the activity. Why do we have two versions of this in the game? That's stupid. You have two versions of the same activity. One of them is broken and one of them is not. No one's playing the non-portal variant, so no one knows that they're not providing rewards. Except for, I guess, whoever figured this out. The Voltaic Overflow buff does not drop in the Garden of Salvation raid's opening encounter when the encounter start is triggered by killing the Minotaur. The Demios of Fusion is causing players to flinch when enemies are suspended, and the initial calibration quest is present in some players' inventories after Arms Week has ended. This will clear itself by the next weekly reset. And they have a more comprehensive targeted list of the Destiny 2 known issues and vital information article which is the one they link all the time that we refer to. But if your favorite donation isn't here, it's there, most likely. And then we have Art of the Week and Movie of the Week. And have you heard that space isn't empty? Apparently it's not empty. We're just all sitting on a colossal sheet of dark matter, whatever that means. So yeah, that's what we've got this week. And yeah, and now 19 has to go to work. And then Donny has to go do something, as does Noble. And I have to say thank you to our lovely patrons, like Golden God 1562, Noble, the man Conan from Texas, and Farrell, who threw grenades. And of course, Renard Kalant, who we cannot threaten with a good time. They've all gone to patreon.com/TTH and said, we appreciate you. Here are some dollars and monies. Have them. We appreciate what you do. Because we are now the last standing Destiny 2 podcast, as the prophecy foretold. We are
the last Destiny 2 weekly podcast, because I think there's probably still others.
Maybe.
No. You took that away from them. This is Joe.
You'd have to prove that to me. We are here until the servers go off. So thank you for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Night Demon. Donny is our resident hunter. Noble is our resident warlock, because why not? We're going to make you a warlock this week. We're just going to switch you around every week. It'll be something different. It'll give the people something fun. Give people something fun to leave comments on the YouTube videos. You can find the show everywhere you find your podcast. Just search Two Titans and a Hunter. You can email the show, twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com. As Gator said, you really should be watching YouTube, because you can see every new episode, 801 video, what's on Eververse, what the trials weapons are, all the things Demon gives you each and every week. When he frantically asks you, hey, do you happen to have this emote? Because it's coming back, and I need to have an example of it. And you say, well, yes, I do have that emote. Here you go, sir. And then you can feel like a special boy, too, on the YouTube videos. So yeah, you should go, you should watch them, you should subscribe. Also, you'll have all the shows. They all show up there. If you want all the show notes, twotitansandahunter.com. And yeah, that's it. We have a Patreon, we have a Coffee, coffee.com/twotitansandahunter, patreon.com/TTH, and twitch.tv/twotitansandahunter. You can go there and do things. And I don't know if Demon has videos this week, but he'll have to edit those in, because I forgot the videos were a thing, because I've watched nothing this week.
No, I've watched things that were, for me, catching up on the game. So it was old videos that I'd already kind of... So yeah, sorry.
Perfect. There we go.